All right, awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming to Shakers tonight. I am distracted and excited to be your host tonight for open mic. Make sure you tip your bartenders and waitresses, if they're waitresses, but who knew? Again, I'm JP Lamp. I do stand-up comedy here in town. I also have a host of a podcast and a couple other things that don't matter in real life. But I want to thank you guys all for coming out. Who here is on a date? No one. Who here wishes they were on a date? Okay. Who here wishes they had a date at all? Just me? Alright, awesome, fantastic. I guess we'll talk about dating lives because I've had plenty of those where I've had comedy shows and people will walk up with me. You would think I'll learn from that. Bringing girls to your comedy show that break up with you afterwards for the 7th time, you would think I would have learned. I didn't. It's just like roundabout way. Everyone's like, oh, you just like spend all this time talking to all these other girls and these guys. I'm like, oh, I mean, people that came to my birthday party or my comedy show that wanted to support me? Correct. So after talking to like my therapist, I decided to, you know what, next time I got this. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend up on stage with me for one of my shows. That way she knows she's the most important person in the world to me when we're at the show, right? So halfway through my show, at my birthday, it wasn't my birthday, a different show, comes up on stage with me, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna tell these great jokes. So, the joke I told where she broke up with me on stage before that was, so, you know, I have my arm around her, I'm like, thank you to my friend Patrick, who has referred all these great date places for me around Chicago, so I've been here about 2 years. And one of the places he recommended is taking a little walk along the boardwalk in front of the Groupon building. So, talking to a bunch of my life, my parents, other people, they told me about getting married, when you're just with the right person, you just know, right? And you know, Bay and I were just walking down the Riverwalk Groupon building. I just kissed her on the forehead, just a beautiful night. And I look at her, smile, she smiles back at me. I get down on one knee. She goes, oh my God, what's really happening? I reach in my pocket, like, babe, don't move, there's a Pokemon in your shoe. Unbelievable. Oh, you think that was it? She goes, that wasn't me, must have been some other girl. We decided to storm off and leave the venue. Tough to finish your rest of your comedy set on that one. Turns out, not the first time I've screwed up relationships. I've actually would consider myself a red flag collector. What does that mean? Oh, when you're in a relationship and you see red flags, I just keep going after that, man. You know, 1 red flag, great. 2, wow. 3, we should definitely be together. And this like little piece of art up in my condo is just all these red flags I've collected in all these relationships. You would think one of the biggest red flags that I would have walked away from at some point was a girl who told me I wasn't very good looking and she wasn't that attractive to me. I told her the joke of, I started a podcast because I have a really good face for radio. She goes, yes, you're correct, you are not good looking. But who would have thought? So let's tell you about this girl, right? She works, second shift job. She works in the medical profession or industry, right? So her shift and my work don't always coincide. So sometimes she gets home after midnight. But I usually try to stay up for her during the week and say hello, talk a little bit, have some quality time together. But then in the morning, because I'm too tired, she decides she wants to have a little playtime with me. Well, with this body, who can resist? So one morning, she's like, hey, I missed you last night. Can we just have a little playtime with my son's good, right? So already dressed, I was already ready to go to work. I was like, all right, cool. If I catch my blue line, I can still get to work. Maybe 15 minutes late, no one will notice. So we're just sitting there, just relaxing, enjoying our time together with each other. And then, after all is said and done, I just jump out of bed, throw my clothes back on, make sure my hair looks okay, and it's oh man, just getting out the door, right? And I'm reaching for the door, right? My backpack's on for work and my jacket's on, and I just reach for the door, and I swear, women just have this sixth sense. They know when you're exactly far enough away to still get your attention, but before you're not close enough to not remember, right? So I'm about to touch the door, she's like, hey babe, oh my God, what do you want now? So I walk back in, smile on my face. What is it, babe? What did I forget? I forget to kiss you by or something? She's like, no. Babe, you forgot to take the bag off your head. Turns out, not good looking at her online. But here's the thing, right? Every relationship, except for the one person you end up marrying, somehow it's gonna go poorly. You're gonna break up for whatever reason. He moves away, she moves away, you guys grow apart, whatever. I just wish breakups were a little bit easier. I wish you could just use breakups like breakup lines like, hey girl, you're kind of like a newspaper. Oh really? Why is that? There's a new issue with you every day. Psh, done. You know, relationship always black way, no issues. Or, hey girl, are you a firecracker? It's really fucking loud and annoying. You know, I wish it was just that easy, but breakups are always just like issue, right? I actually had a girl the other day. What is going on here? Not the other day, but in the past, right? Well, here's the thing, right? When you get a text message that says, like, hey, we need to talk, or they use your real name, my real name's Jeffrey, like in a text message, you just know you're done for, man. Just go ahead, they say, hi JP, we need to talk, when are you available this week? I'm just gonna go ahead and go to Facebook and just update my profile that says, it's complicated, because I'm too big of a wussy to do, single, you know I know it's coming. When we meet, you just know the conversation's coming. But I had a girl who always called me by my real name of Jeffrey. And the only time that ever happened to me in life before that was my mother, when I'd be in trouble. And so correlation of someone using my real name to me being in trouble was 100% correlated. You guessed it, yes, I was always in trouble in that school, right? So she texted me one day, like, hey, we have something to talk about, we're gonna talk about it in person. I'm like, okay, cool, like, sounds good, like, good news or bad news? She's like, really good news. So excited. We're supposed to meet on Friday at a date. We're going to my friend's birthday party at Ace Bounce. We're waiting, there's about a table of like 12 of us, there's only 11 there, we're waiting for her to show up. About 40 minutes into the dinner when she hasn't showed up yet, she goes, how's it going? I'm at so-and-so's place. I'm like, oh, like her ex-boyfriend's. I'm like, okay, cool, like, why? Like, oh, we're pre-gaming. So then she shows up 2 hours late to the date, informs me that she moved in with this guy who she used to date that still has a crush on her. I'm like, that's a little weird. I thought things were going pretty well for us. Then, the next day, after there's a little bit of drama there, who cares, right? Just completely ignores me. Sunday, we're texting back and forth. I'm like, what happened to you yesterday? I like, thought we were going to meet up or something. He goes, oh, we were like looking for stuff for the condo and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, you know what, Jeffrey? I just feel that, like, things aren't working out. I just feel like we're growing apart. Oh, really? We're going apart because you moved in with your ex-boyfriend. You moved out for a date with him for me on Friday, and then I spent all Saturday with him? Yeah, just over my head that one. I can't wait to see that coming. But, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like girls sit there and have, like, this template of things when we break up with you. It's like, say, hey, it's not working out, or like text me to talk, and then let's be friends, and then they block you on Facebook, they delete your number, and they block you on Instagram. But at the end of the day, dude, if you block your ex, you won. You won. So with that, we're going ahead and bring up our first comic of the night. Let's go ahead and bring up John Reynolds. Come on up, John Reynolds.